Well, hi there. Hey, I'm not going to go through this whole book, and I've been looking at some of these Dr. Seuss books like Green Eggs and Ham and Mulberry Street, and just the stuff in this book. This was written in 1958. Look at this. Just look at this terrifying stuff. It says, I sat by the lake, I looked at the sky, and as I looked, a fly went by. Yeah, yeah, he went by, but that ain't the thing that I'm worried about. Kids read this stuff. Look at that kid. He's by the lake in a boat. What if a wave comes up and washes him out into the lake? Yeah, you don't think of that, do you? Then that kid's going to probably drown. Yeah. That's what they did in 1958. Yeah, they went and sat by the lake instead of playing on the phones and stuff. Yeah. Well, look at this one. The fly said, "Look, and you will see that frog. That frog is after me." Well, now, to me, that frog, he just reminds me of the frog that's in the pan that they're turning up the water. He's in the warm water, but they keep turning it up and you don't notice it till it starts to boil. Yeah, that's kind of what that's going on there. A lot of things happen in this book, and it keeps going on. But here's some things that are disturbing too. Look at that kid. He's mad at that pig because he thinks the pig is the one causing all the fear. Yeah, look at that. So he's blaming that pig. So he's actually teaching the kids to be angry and blame people. I mean, it has to be what it is. I'm sure it is because, well, I mean, these books are dangerous. They are dangerous. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can have Hitler's book, Mein Kampf. That's still out there, but you can't sell the Dr. Seuss books, the older ones, on eBay now. I can see why with the way this thing is written, but Hitler's book, that just tells how to exterminate a race of people, and things. But I mean, just look at this. Destruction of property. Who's going to fix that wall? Now, that same question could be asked of what went on down in Minneapolis this summer, and Portland, Oregon, and some of these other places where the the mostly peaceful protesters were, you know. And so they're chasing all these animals, and then we come to another issue. A lamb that's in a can has got his feet stuck in the can, and I mean, PETA would probably have a good day with that, because to do this book they probably had to put a real lamb in a can and draw him, because, well, that's what they probably did back then. And well, anyway, and then at the end here, another thing that's very dangerous is this kid is up in a tree. Look at that, with that can. Now, if he falls on that can, it's probably going to stick over his head or something. So I'm kind of worried about that. And that's why if I had kids now, I wouldn't let them read a book like that. Or this one, Addie Runs Away. Yeah, that's a newer book, but that one ain't on the list to ban because she's just running away. And I have some questions about fairness and things, and I've been looking at games and books in a different way. Like this Yahtzee game here. Now, well, Yahtzee's been around for a while, but again, that's an older game. And I was looking at these dice here. Now, the problem with dice, think about it. You're probably thinking what I'm thinking. I'll bet you are. And I didn't even give you a second to answer, but these dice are unfair. You know, why don't they sell Yahtzee games with, okay, if you want Yahtzee games with 5 dice with sixes on all of them, then it'd be fair. Because otherwise somebody's going to win. And you don't want people to win. And you don't want people to compete because, well, if it just fosters competition, all these games and stuff. So if they'd all be equal, it would sure help us out a lot. Well, you guys have a good day.